Also, like, you will hear the fornication.
You will hear the fornication. Hello.
Hi.
I'm Mitch.
I'm Ashley.
You don't feel great.
I don't feel good.
My allergies started. The weather's been amazing, which means springtime allergies. And I'm going to try and not sniffle while filming, or I'll cut around it.
We got him Claritin today, so...
It doesn't do that much. I can actually breathe through my nose, though. Oh my gosh, that's a good feeling. But this is at the very beginning of it.
Have you ever gotten allergy shots? For real, though. Have you gotten allergy shots? How did that go? Was it worth it? It seems rough, honestly.
Yeah, it sounds like a nightmare.
That's
why I haven't done it yet.
But if it helped you, because you have allergies, like the entire
get really bad.
spring, they get really
it's
bad.
It's like 3 months. It's until like mid-June.
It's to the point where like you can't drive sometimes.
We'll have to take so much Benadryl, yeah.
It's a lot.
But that's not why we're here. We're here because Love is Blind is over, and we're going to be checking out, we're going to be reacting to the first episode of Couple to Thruple. And I know it's already gone through the whole season. We don't know anything about this. We've gotten several recommendations to watch this. Yes. And it sounds fun. And
I really want to watch it.
Sounds like a nightmare, but maybe interesting. I don't know.
I don't know.
Is that classic like opening your relationship and adding a third? Like, how will it mess things up? Like, you know, right? Is that what they're doing here? I don't know. I have no idea. I have no premise. Mm-hmm. Here we have Ashley sans glasses.
Oh yeah,
you have contacts in.
I am wearing contacts. Shocking, I know.
Yeah.
Shocking for all of you.
Yeah, your eyes are a little bigger, aren't they?
My glasses prescription is a lot, okay? So it does distort my eyes. So, Couple to Thruple. We're late, but honestly, like, maybe you also haven't watched Couple to Thruple, and maybe you also want to watch Couple to Thruple.
We're going to be trying out over the next couple of weeks, probably, maybe not even that long, but we're going to just try out a couple different shows and see what people like. So if you like this, while we're watching it, hit the like button to let us know that this is something you want us to keep going. We're also going to kind of go by like how many people are clicking on it to look at it anyway. So if you want us to watch this, let us know and we'll keep going. Otherwise, this is going to be a bit of a one-off.
And or if we have a really good time.
Or if we have a really good time. If it's a fantastic show, yeah, we'll just try it out for a bit.
Keep doing it. All right, you ready? I'm ready.
Let's go.
I'm Scott Evans, and I will be your guide.
You hear that?
I know. They do that like every show. Who is Scott Evans? Like, what's his deal? Where do we know him from?
The unique opportunity to turn that fantasy into a reality.
So are these all people that have the fantasy of adding an additional person?
Well, yeah. It's not like they're being forced into it.
It's not like ultimatum style where like one person really wants it and the other person doesn't want it. Like they all want it.
At least at first.
Oh, ominous.
Well, I'm assuming that is the danger of the thrupling, right? Is that you think it's fun and then it's not fun, and then there's like jealousy and like So there's a lot of hanky panky in this.
A lot of sexy time, as you would say.
No, I pivoted.
That's because that one person said that her ex said it. There was none.
No, there's one person that said that, and another person said it was endearing. Because they were still with that partner. But I think it's like, if you're with somebody that says it and you like them, that you're like, it's endearing, but kind of dumb. And if you were with somebody, you're no longer with them, and they say it, then you're like, wow, that person's an idiot.
Do you know the weird thing is that I don't think you really say it outside of this kind of a context? Because I think you're like a little awkward talking about it on camera.
Well, you have to choose your words carefully on YouTube. So it's like, what do I say?
Oh, yeah, that's true. Because otherwise you get demonetized or like they don't push your video or whatever.
I could say like, these people are going to and stuff, but like I try to like I'm not trying to edit myself too much, but I don't want to swear where I can. Yeah, exactly.
Well, that's pretty.
It's like actually I think like rated R light, like LITE. You know, that's my vibe.
Oh, sloths.
Did you become a sloth person?
Sneak peek, they all get murdered by that sloth.
Oh
at the end,
dude.
You know,
we already actually did a review of that movie.
Slaughterhouse crossover. If you want to see our Slaughterhouse review that
no
one watched, we'll link it here.
Memory world is for us.
Are you ready?
Yeah. You ready?
I just want to be clear, like, I'm not interested in a polyamorous relationship.
Either. Yeah, a thrupling.
No, thank you.
I get it's for some people,
it's so
sure.
Like, I just don't have the social graces or the emotional or physical energy, frankly.
I don't like very many people. Like, even as a friend, I couldn't imagine like wanting to have a third. Like
I can't throuple up.
I can't
do it.
Yeah.
I would get annoyed.
Yeah.
Too much into it.
First thing I noticed was, shit, she got a fat ass.
And then what happened if you didn't get annoyed?
Well, that's the
and
danger.
then the person is just there, and I'm like, God dang it.
Well,
Why
how
did
do you
I do this?
how do you 2-person break up with 1 person? That seems like
Well, I think
that's like a business
would be,
meeting.
But that
It's
would
like
be
a-
easier than if you had like one person was like, I don't want to break up, and then you're the married couple, and you're like, well, do we break up now? Because now I'm rescinding the invitation to this third person. I don't know. It's just complicated.
No.
I don't, no judgment towards people that's their lifestyle. Like, I don't think there's anything wrong with it personally, but
Yeah.
I just couldn't handle it.
Yeah, I hear that.
The sentence is on the line.
There's people already here.
The house is pretty opulent.
The house is great.
The pool right after you
Would you
enter those
go
double
on
doors.
couple to throuple just to stay in the house?
Well, like we wouldn't actually throuple with
Yeah.
anybody. We'd just be like hanging out in the pool.
Yeah.
And then our throuple would be hanging out with other people because we wouldn't care.
Or we would pick because you have to pick or you have to be in a throuple. So we'd be in a throuple, but we would be like, oh no, we're saving ourselves for like the 3-person marriage. You know?
Oh, yeah. So you just gaslight them? Is that what you're saying? That's horrible. That person is there for a 2-person connection, okay? And you're denying them that.
Yeah, that's actually really true. That's
Are you
awful.
gonna? It's true though.
No one's now. I can't get on the show.
Yeah. You just outed yourself.
Yeah, dang it.
I would actually like somebody who can kind of just take control for both of us. It'll make me feel a lot.
He's like, we can't make decisions.
I mean, honestly,
Yeah.
that would be a good thing for us.
Man,
Sometimes
we
we're
get
like,
there.
what do you want for dinner? What do you want for dinner? I don't know. What do you want for dinner?
We would both just people please the third
But
person.
then I would be irritated. Usually you and I people please in each other to the point that we do both say what we want and then we make a rational decision. If there was another person that was just like, I want steak salad, and I was like, I don't want that, I'd be mad.
Yeah. There you go. Skulking in the corner quietly.
I'd throw a fit probably.
I feel like this guy is trying to do something. Like he's trying to be somebody. Like
They're
famous.
both the same. What do you mean? Someone famous?
No, but he's got like that mustache, the hair.
He has a look for sure. He has a vibe.
I guess.
So does she.
We're not married or anything.
You're not married?
No. Okay. We're just riding this wave and we're going to see what happens.
I mean, that's fine.
Well, I
They
mean,
both
especially
seem
going
pretty
on to the
young
show.
and whatever.
Like,
Dude, what is up, everybody?
Like,
I feel like we're
should we
supposed to know
this
him.
Man?
but they're setting him up like he's gonna
Obviously,
like, they're gonna
Scott
be,
Evans.
yeah, obviously Scott.
This is a place where anything can happen.
Can anything happen? Could they enter into like a 7-person relationship?
It's
that
just
they
an
wanted?
orgy. They just
Right.
orgy. At that point, they're like,
If you're living together, it's not. It's just polyamory then, right?
yeah, everybody's just everybody.
If you're supportive of each other and are full partners.
Yeah, but a throupling isn't necessarily the same as like polyamory.
Is it not?
No, it's a
It isn't?
throupling.
But I thought a throuple was the 3-person polyamorous relationship.
It depends.
But what you're saying is like they may not be poly outside the throuple. Like the throuple is
Exactly,
closed.
a closed throupling.
Is what
You
you're
can have a
saying.
closed or an open
So it's
throupling.
like monogamous.
Yeah,
Oh, I didn't even think about that.
monogamous,
Monogamous
Binogamous?
throupling.
monogamous throupling. It could be. I think that's what this is.
Oh, that's interesting. Versus poly, where like you're allowed to,
Yeah.
like you're open.
Yeah.
Oh, I didn't think about that. That's complicated.
Well, I mean, yeah, it's weird like bringing like traditional like structure into something like a throupling, but I feel like that's what's happening here.
Individually, as a couple, dabbled in polyamory or had any polyamory experiences.
There you go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
It's poly.
a pinch.
What your relationship goals are. I'm gonna help you figure out.
It's kind of surprising that it's only one couple that's ever.
Yeah, on the
'cause,
show.
like you're on national television. This is
Yeah.
gonna be hard.
Yeah,
Right?
It's only 1, 2, 3, 4 couples.
That's good. I can't
Yeah.
memorize more people than that. So
Yeah,
In ethical non-monogamy. One of these individuals
ethical non-monogamy.
yeah. So it's not
Yeah.
monogamous.
Well, yeah, but
Biogamous. That's what you were saying.
biogamous.
I'm confused now.
Maybe.
because tomorrow night you'll be inviting one of them into your relationship.
This show is nuts.
All right? Y'all ready to meet some singles? Yeah, let's do this. Bring out the
I mean, if it's something that you and your
Yeah.
partner are both interested in, why not?
We knew a couple that like brought in thirds on a regular basis.
Oh, that's true.
And they might still be together.
Friendships with those people.
Yeah. And they were just way more sexual than like anybody else I've ever known, and they were constantly
than
like,
anyone I've
thirds.
literally ever known before.
But they were married. We knew them for years, and they were married, and they might still be married.
Yeah, I don't know them anymore.
We don't know them
I don't
anymore.
like follow people. Do you know what's weird? Do people follow people they don't know anymore on like social? Like,
that's like half the reason for
that's
social media.
Weird. Like
you've
I
also had new accounts throughout your life.
Well, yeah, because I've been cyberbullied.
Shall we meet the singles?
I don't know if the most recent one qualified as cyberbullying as much as it was like a really annoying situation.
Cyber uncomfortable.
Cyber uncomfortable. I mean, that's the beauty of the internet.
The one before
though.
that, though.
Yeah.
Hey, Ashmal, nice to meet you.
This would be such a high pressure environment, but I guess these people are all okay with it. I'd be so uncomfortable.
Yeah.
What if you pick them and then they don't want to pick you back? They're like, nah, you're nasty. I don't want to be in your throuple.
Safe. I feel like I already know you.
That just hit.
I got chills. That's the whole.
That guy's juiced. Do you see that
That's
guy?
like all these guys
His
are like
veins
roided
are
out, man.
Popping.
Like I remember
He scares me.
like roids are
afraid
cool
of
now
him.
for people. Like everybody just roids. And I'm
I
not saying,
know.
but it's weird
I
to me how
know.
like we grew up being like don't do steroids, and now everybody just does steroids.
It's literally like natty or not culture.
Yeah.
Is
well, and,
like huge.
Yeah, and I mean specifically in terms of like muscle building, I think, but you know, that's not my body, and I don't really care.
Really? Oh my god. It's the gold, the chocolate, like
thank
everything.
you. I
was
love your
like,
skin tone too.
Thank you. Appreciate it. But yeah.
I end up on steroids for completely other reasons than that. So
Your
like I don't
steroids
really
aren't
get
fun.
it. Mine are not fun.
Yeah.
Amorous because I've always been bisexual, so I do like the idea of having both a girlfriend and a boyfriend.
If you're bisexual, actually, that's a huge thing here.
Because then you could have
you
both.
get both. That's actually an ideal situation potentially for a bisexual person that is sexually interested in two people in like a consistent basis.
Important to them.
Yeah. Where the sexual experience you would have with a woman and a man
would be
like two different parts being sort of different, and you want that on a regular basis. That's perfect.
Yeah.
Isn't it?
Yeah.
I'm like too nervous to grab her myself, so I need you to grab her. I'll wait here.
Corey and Wilder?
Corey?
Which one's Corey?
I don't know. Those are both gender neutral names.
I have
no idea who Corey is and who Wilder
Corey
is.
and Wilder?
Like, we just wanted to get to know you a little more, like, find out what you're about.
This is so weird to me. The vibes are just off for me. If people came up to me like these two are coming up to people, I'd be like, no, thank you. Absolutely not.
Yeah, but are you here on the show?
No, but if I was, I wouldn't be entertained by this. Like,
we kind of like
this couple is too much for me.
Ashmal. Yes, Ashmal.
Is it intimidating meeting like couples and like trying to?
Well, that's a good question. If it's intimidating for the people coming in.
Yeah.
Same way. We've never actually been in a full poly relationship, but it's like,
What is that girl doing there? They don't want you there. Lady, go chat up a different couple.
I saw one of the guys saying that they were bi, maybe. I'm not sure. I think one of those guys might be bi.
Okay, I'm just being a jerk then.
Yeah.
I'm bisexual, and he's more of a don't knock it till you try sexual.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
All right.
We're actually fully hooked up with a girl.
I want to see him navigate boobs.
Don't knock it till you try it, sexual.
I've dated both. I've dated couples in the past, so yeah, definitely. I'm open.
How do you get into that world? Like the I date couples world, you know?
I don't know.
Is there a website for that?
Probably.
Like you sign up, like willing to date couples?
Maybe.
Because that is a specific
You should
thing.
be asking them. Why are you asking me? Ask them. Is there a website
Like,
for that?
If I was dating, I wouldn't be looking for a couple.
Yeah, is there a dating app for that?
Right, yeah.
I wonder now.
Uh-huh.
So have you all talked about like what your boundaries would be?
That's another really good question.
People are asking actually really thoughtful questions. Other than Corey and Wilder, I'm not really skeeved out by anyone.
Yeah, honestly.
They're the only ones that I get bad vibes from.
Corey Wilder give me like the be careful, watch yourself, you might end up in a body bag kind of
Yeah,
vibe.
I feel like they're gonna murder someone. Like I really do, and I'm sorry. Like I'm sure they're nice.
No,
people
but that's
and whatever,
the classic.
But, like,
you watching a movie and then the person meets somebody. Oh, they're so like such a nice couple, but they're actually not. Like that's they're like a movie.
Yes, they're
scene to
horror
me.
movie fodder for sure.
Like a trope almost.
Yes.
But I can only have one lover in society's eye. I'm like, that doesn't make any sense.
It really doesn't make any sense.
It doesn't make sense. I'm gonna agree. I think that the reason it exists though is because if you understand the basic amount like way that babies are made, and you're engaging that with a bunch of different people, and you have a very society structured in a certain way where you don't have childcare outside of like a like a traditional family, then there's like this childbearing element and like resources, and I think that's where a lot of it comes from.
But like a lot of like if you think about a small community, then childcare is like more like taken on by more people and is like a community event, like raising kids.
It's possible in some of those cultures too that they're less structured in like your sexuality and stuff. That does occasionally happen. I think I'm not justifying it, but I think that's where some of it comes from. It's like old holdovers, and we're in a world where like there's contraceptions, there's like condoms and ways to protect yourself from getting STDs that didn't used to exist.
Yeah. Commercial break. It's time for our commercial break.
Right. We would like to invite...
This is kind of intense.
This is so much sex. So much sex in this house.
Had multiple girlfriends, but only one boyfriend, so...
Okay, gotcha.
But I'm also open to, obviously, 2 guys.
So this was the first guy I dated. I only dated women.
Oh, that's interesting.
Yeah, we very quickly realized that we did not want to be separated from each other.
That's adorable.
That is cute.
He's like not just here for a fun time.
Their little love story.
Yeah.
Okay.
Same story. Stop stealing my life.
You know, it was a great relationship, but obviously, like, we just...
I feel like as much as that one guy is bi and the other guy is don't knock you till you try it sexual, that lady standing there is just not getting as much interaction. You know what I mean?
I also feel like there's a pretty big difference between a don't knock it till you try it and a I'm actively interested in this. And it would be a little bit hard to be the woman in that relationship or the partner where like your partner is much more interested in this person that you're having sex with than you are.
That's way more complicated potentially.
So cute. I am incredibly attracted to Darian.
Do we know her name yet?
It's still giving me serial killer vibes.
Is she Corey or is she Wilder? Who is she?
Yeah, because if he's Corey and she's Wilder, I'm like, what? But if he's Wilder and she's Corey, I guess that could kind of work, but I'm still confused. I'm confused either way, though.
Corey is Corey man, Corey woman, the Corys, man.
I feel like their name is just Corey Wilder.
Oh, they're both named Corey Wilder. Wilder is their last name?
Yeah, it's like Taylor Lautner.
Yeah, okay.
And Taylor Lautner. Right?
Yeah, the Taylors.
Taylor Lautner.
Okay.
Mary Taylor.
The Corys freak me out.
There's certain things that like I want to talk to you about, but you're not a girl, so you really won't understand it.
That pillow looks like corn.
Thanks, Moo.
What? Hard-hitting observations.
Same, but what's the benefit do you feel like for
what do you think?
It may be that you can stop talking my ears off about everything and you have a best friend.
What is wrong with him?
Oh, that's so rude.
That is rude and dismissive. That's a terrible reason to have another person in a partnership. Jeez.
You can say that in a nice way, being like, I'd like you to have a friend that you feel like you can connect with. And I think throupling is going to be really difficult for them.
I think so, too. They're going to struggle with the throuple.
I'm here at the resort tonight.
Cute.
Oh, look for 3.
Are you kidding?
Maybe this is
I do have an issue. I have an issue to bring up with this.
Oh, the whole show?
The whole show. The whole show. The concept, everything, okay?
Hit me.
They have one king-size bed in each room.
That's like
not
wider
enough.
than a king.
Is it wider?
That has to be. Those are wide as hell.
You think they're really big?
Yeah. Look at that. Those are massive beds.
You're right. Okay.
And here's the thing,
Maybe
though.
it's like 2 doubles next to each other or something.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. It's like wider than... But that's still...
That's
the
big.
middle person, unless that is air-conditioned or very cool at night, is going to be roasting a lot.
Oh, absolutely. I sleep like half out of the covers.
Yeah.
Like, I could not be in the middle in that scenario. And then I would be jealous all night long. And how terrible would that be? No one would be happy. Nobody would be happy with me.
Because it just felt like there was a lot of like eyes on you and like a lot of...
He's a jackalope tattoo.
He would. He would.
Bust out the jackalope. It's Rudy.
This is Rudy.
It's Rudy.
And in honor of the Corys.
The Corys.
Rudy will sit right down here.
Yeah, I mean, there's 20 people all suddenly essentially vying for your attention.
Yeah.
It's not going to stay there, though. No, Rudy doesn't like that.
Marination time.
If you're wondering, I'm still excited.
Where did Rudy go?
Yeah. Ooh, I Spy Rudy.
I Spy Rudy. Yeah, those beds are wide, but they're not crazy wide.
Not wide enough to have another person in there.
They are technically wide enough to have another person in there, but not...
That middle
they're not
person
ultra wide.
better be freezing at all times. You'd be so hot. And then you can't take the blankets away, because what happens if you take them away and then you're taking them off the other two people?
Some people run cold. Or you sleep above the other blankets with your blanket of your own so that you can adjust as you can.
That's better.
That's actually probably the best way to do that.
That's probably the best way. But then...
How would you manage being in the middle?
Skin on skin, you know?
You wouldn't. You know, it's the show. Is a pelican a symbol for throupling or something? Is that
like the pineapple is the swinger symbol?
Yeah.
There were so many cool people. Like, I was caught off guard by how many. Yeah.
Does that guy have a D20 on his neck?
What's a D20?
He either has a geometric shape that happens to be a D20 or it's a D20. That's a symbol of like Dungeons and Dragons and tabletop role-playing games.
He's a big Dungeons
right on his neck.
Dungeons and Dragons fan.
Which
That's what
I
you
would
think?
be surprised.
The juicy guy?
But what else? Yeah, but what else would you have that for? That is like the quintessential tabletop role playing game symbol.
A lot of people like Dungeons and Dragons.
It's possible.
I don't think either of us have ever really experienced a true polyamorous relationship.
You never know who's a nerd.
Yeah, you never know.
I mean, nerd in a good way.
You know what? Nerd positive households.
Nobody's offended, right?
Yeah, no.
I too am nerd.
Yeah, they're watching us.
Right.
Sorry. If you're comfortable here, it might mean something about yourself.
First relationship session on the beach. Hello. So you are here because...
Look at that umbrella.
I know.
I'm mesmerized. That's like a peacock, you know? I'm
worried that the Coreys don't have good enough sun protection.
Yeah.
Honestly.
They are pale.
They're so pale. I'm glad there's a therapist on staff.
Yes.
We'll have a new topic every time we meet for these relationship sessions, right? So
every show should have a therapist. And as much as I hate Married at First Sight, I appreciate that they have people to check in with them.
Yeah.
I'll ask you a series of questions, and I want you to choose the photo of the single that best answers that question.
Well, this is kind of a fun game.
Yeah.
Two of the girls are jacked. Like her.
Yeah.
And then the other girl are like...
Well, that one is with the muscle dude, and they clearly both work out together.
Right.
They hit the gym.
They do.
Reveal your answers.
Okay. Wow. Oh, they both picked Jess.
Well, they have similar tastes. That's good for them.
Visually.
Yeah.
I'm a nice looking person. I think she's very beautiful, so you can't bring a donut in here. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not going to work.
That's so rude. That is rude. That's rude. He's
Honestly,
rude.
he's rude over and over again.
Rude.
I don't really like him that much.
I met her, and just the way that she came off, like, she probably would be a passionate
kisser
and get really into it.
Oh, I guess, passion is another good way.
Yeah, for sure.
Who did you open up to the most?
Would you open up to the most? Oh, they picked the same person.
Mia.
They like Mia. For sure.
Yeah. Okay. We nailed it. There's not really a right answer, but yeah, sure.
Being on the same page, though,
Yeah,
is pretty
absolutely.
important. Yes.
We're on a couple's streak here.
I didn't feel like she was talking with them and that a ton, but we didn't see the whole conversation.
Yeah,
we may have seen what they.
We saw a small snippet.
For me, Jonathan really left a lasting impression.
Yeah. I mean,
they didn't pick Jonathan for anything. Either. But
that doesn't mean that he doesn't have like a good mix of everything they're looking for.
All of those things were kind of not like superficial, but they were pieces of a puzzle.
Yeah.
Was a person that we felt most comfortable opening up to.
I'm nervous about them picking a woman though, because if that one guy isn't into that, then it's just an automatic no go, and then you've kind of like
but
missed
maybe
an
that's
opportunity.
part of the show is that they try it out, and if it's not a good fit, because like you don't know, it could not be a good personality fit, even if you know you like the person's parts, like.
Yeah.
Tonight, I really hope that we could pick the single that we really want to invite.
Is that his just butt?
I think that was just his butt.
What? No, I don't.
What's going on this show?
I don't know.
Going, as far as you're comfortable with.
What do you want to do?
We can have a little fun for sure.
I love, honestly, all of these conversations around consent that people are having with each other. What are you comfortable with? What do you want to do? And then, I think that's good modeling good behavior, I think. Good, relationship
how comfortable
dynamics.
are we going with this, especially because it is a group decision with this.
Right.
And then having that kind of, in place ahead of time. And then also, we're not going to see that necessarily unless something happens, but then being okay through the process, being like, no, this doesn't feel good to me.
Right.
Inviting our first third into our relationship, that's crazy.
It's very weird to dapple with this on reality television.
Yes. that is such a messy place to do it.
Right.
But also, where else do you have an opportunity to have like live in a baller house like this?
But you don't have to live in a house like this to entertain the idea of a third.
You may be deciding to invite one of the singles here to throuple up.
To throuple up. So what happens if this throuple pairing doesn't work? Are you just done with the show, or do you get to like choose somebody new?
I don't think so, because they're just trying someone.
Let's see who is interested in joining you as a throuple.
Oh, that's great.
Oh, I like that.
That's great. I love this because that back to that question: who's interested?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great.
Now,
a lot of people want to be with them. They have like a good selection.
Mm-hmm.
She said exactly what I was gonna say. Pretty much. Yeah.
Well then, without further ado, Lauren and Dylan.
Who do you think they're gonna pick?
The girl that they had the good connection with. I forgot what her name is.
I think it's Jess. Because she was like a bodybuilder?
Her. Mia?
Mia.
I
think
think
a good
Mia.
point. That's a good point.
After talking about it, we're going with Becca.
Oh,
Becca.
Okay. I didn't see that one coming, but sure.
I like the step forward option thing
Yeah,
here.
I like it too. And it doesn't place any stress on the couple by saying like, oh, we want to be with X, Y, or Z, and then they're like, no.
Yeah.
I feel great. I'm comfy.
I think they have actually done a really good job of structuring this to make sure everybody's like comfortable with at least this part of the process.
Mia looked sad.
Yeah.
She had a look where
Mia
she's
really
like, oh, okay.
Yep. Now.
Man, you got a lot of people coming forward for these couples.
Wow. Which one is this? Oh.
The Corys.
Serial killers.
Yeah.
The Corys. Maybe I'm being a little rude.
We would like to invite
It's going to be that girl that they just showed, the one on the end.
Denise.
Yeah, Denise.
Denise? Okay.
Yeah, that was the one they both said they had the best connection with.
Yeah.
They felt like they could open up to. And it was one that girl Corey was interested in.
Yeah.
The person that we choose.
It's that guy, right? Is his name Brandon? That one.
Jonathan.
His name's Jonathan.
Yeah. I was kind of expecting a Jonathan. I think maybe that's why they showed them talking to him so much earlier, too. That's a bit of foreshadowing on that one.
That makes sense.
Good.
And nervous.
You nervous?
Yeah.
All right, singles.
Sean and Brittany, is that who they just said those people are? Okay.
Please step forward. Now.
Well, Mia was not interested. I think it's because of that guy, honestly. I think
Probably. He seems disinterested and weird. I wouldn't want to sleep in a room with him either.
Sanu.
Pick me so I can sit down.
I mean, honestly.
Yeah.
Like what we want, I could see something with her in us.
I hope that
I'm just
Brittany
hoping Sean
finds a new partner through this. Honestly,
Yeah.
I'm hoping she leaves Sean and she leaves
Hangs
with
with
one of
Sanu.
these ladies.
Yeah.
Oh, that no decision made here tonight is final. Unmatched singles, you will have more opportunities to get to know.
Oh, they're going to force people in, basically. So the third is constantly... But that's cool in a way because they're able to be like, hey, no, I'm done.
Yes.
Yeah.
Totally.
There's a bit of a threat to your relationship, but then there's also like if you want to bail at any point, you can. And that's cool. I appreciate that.
I like it
It's
too.
better than it is worse.
Yeah.
It's a little game showy, but I think in actually a positive way.
But also, like, in the real world, you wouldn't just be stuck with, like, the person you pick at the beginning. Like,
You're
if
dating.
you find out, right, that it's not going to work out because there's not physical chemistry or mental chemistry, then...
And this isn't like Love is Blind where you talk to a bunch of people over the course of a week and then whittle it down to a decision. You had one night to meet these people. Yeah.
I gave this a chance and it turned out so well. So like giving things a chance has like always worked. Yeah.
That's cool too because he's like newly out bisexual and he's like, I've been there and I really like the other guy.
One boyfriend, now you have 2 and 3. All 3 of us.
They're cute together, honestly.
Yeah.
I like them a lot.
Yeah. I feel like that could work.
I like the conversations they showed.
Yeah, right?
The, like, original couple having to, like... conversations around like consent, what are you comfortable with, stuff like that.
Absolutely agree.
I just really like all of them.
I'm a polyamory coach.
That's what I was telling him.
I support couples in transitioning.
Oh, holy crap.
Oh, man. They won the jackpot with her.
Yeah, dude. She's like a literal pro. She's a literal pro.
Yeah, she knows what she's doing.
Yeah, and she's gonna put it to practice. So this is good advertising for her business.
Yeah,
too.
absolutely.
Yeah. Oh my. Yeah. Really like Becca. She looks beautiful, by the way.
Well, they seem excited.
Yeah.
Oh, we're just full nudity on this. Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
And they're gonna be showing like.
I didn't see that coming,
too.
but okay. You never really know how far they're gonna go.
Yeah. Well, boobs.
Because, like, Ultimatum goes further than Love is Blind. They show, like, thrusting on Ultimatum.
How we know, okay, this is what our relationship is and this is what it is not.
Yeah.
Where's
still
he?
looks
Why is he? Yeah, right?
I don't think he really wants to be doing this.
I thought he was the one. Is she the one that wanted to do it?
I don't know. I don't remember what.
This is probably just awkward for us as it is for you.
Is if
They put the new person in the middle.
Right?
Like, oh.
But what else would you do?
You can't get out, though, then.
Well, you can get out. It's a little bit harder, but there's like if you put them on the end, there's a bit of an uncomfortable element. If you want to make that new person feel comfortable, you need to put them in the middle.
I wouldn't want to be in the middle. I'd be
get that.
Put me on the end.
Well, if they requested that, but otherwise you end up feeling like an odd person out, I'm sure.
I suppose. When I have to use the bathroom, I have to use the bathroom. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not crawling over someone and pushing off all the blankets.
You're also in a relationship, so the throuple would be in the middle of us. We're not throupling.
I don't like it.
We're not throupling.
I don't like it. They're going to show me more of their bedroom activities than I want to see, but like, I like that they're like, yes, you have my consent for this. Like,
yeah, that's really cool.
They're editing it in too, so like the show also
the show is promoting that.
Yeah,
and I actually really like that. I think this is like where like some shows can be kind of healthy in a way because it's like they're really making sure to promote and show that consent conversation, like you just said. And that's people that are on the fence or don't always think about that. You know, you get a modeling example.
Yeah.
Deeper level, but I don't want us to get like.
Well, it's just like a mess of bodies, huh?
I mean, it's a lot. It can feel like a mess of bodies when there's 2, but there being 3, just limbs everywhere.
I feel like they're trying to put the blankets on, and like, wow, everybody's getting physical.
Someone is okay. Jeez, what's happening?
This is the credits.
Okay. And make us sign in again, because why?
That was episode 1 of Couple to Throuple.
Yeah, it's explicit. Don't watch it. Watch it. Adults only for sure.
I actually don't know how much of this we can air, but I'm gonna try and we'll play around with it.
We'll edit around it. Just know that like you're gonna see.
There's gonna be vibrating sheets and some nudity.
Some nudity.
I don't think they're gonna
Top
go.
half nudity.
They're probably not gonna go below belt nudity because generally that's like a different rating. I think.
Also, like you will hear people. You will hear the fornication.
You will hear the fornication. Yeah.
Only
we'll see.
I was just surprised. Am I red now?
Yeah. I don't know. Maybe a little. You were surprised.
I was surprised. I didn't expect that much.
Did you expect that much fornication?
Okay. All right. What are your thoughts? How do you like it? You want to keep watching it or what?
I would keep watching this. It's not as extreme as I thought it would be because there's so much, and this is an important part of the show, but there's so much like everybody's agreeing to this so far. Yeah. I could see it getting really messy.
Yes.
And I can see that being part of maybe the appeal. But as far as like the and we're saying this is like a monogamous couple that's been together since we were 17. Like it doesn't feel that shocking or weird to me because I'm also like super like positive about people doing whatever they want to do.
Yeah.
Like you do you, and as long as people are feeling comfortable and agreeing and consenting to what they're doing here, I'm cool with it.
Yeah.
And it seems like the show structure currently for me, it feels like it gives people good outs to back out of it and be like, no, I'm not feeling this or whatever. I really appreciate that. So right now I'm actually semi-positive about where this could go, and I'm okay watching more.
Yeah.
Yeah. How about you?
I actually really like it more than I thought I would. There's more kind of like deep conversations around like the consent thing. I think was really big this episode. I liked seeing that a lot. I think you can already see some red flags like with Sean seeming pretty uncomfortable or
kind
like disconnected at different times, and I'm wondering how that's going to play out. The Coreys, I don't know. The enthusiasm is a bit much for me.
There's just a weirdness there for me that's like a little uncomfortable.
But maybe, I don't know. I'm excited to see how each of the couples, because they seem very different, kind of navigate the shifting dynamics in their relationship and having that be kind of within the confines of the TV show. Like, I'm interested to see how that is.
Yeah.
Because I think emotions are going to run pretty high for a lot of these people. So, I don't know. I feel like it honestly brought up more like healthy relationship conversations than I thought that it would.
More than some shows we watched recently where it's just a nightmare like constantly. I get this is the beginning and it's a bit of a different like feeling.
Oh yeah, we got rose-colored glasses right now.
Yeah. Are you from the future? Don't give us no spoilers, please.
No
but if you know what goes
spoilers.
down, you could leave like a, oh my God, just wait, or something like that.
Yes.
If that's
No
what you need to say, but do not spoil.
Because we're watching it real time.
I read those comments, and if I start reading spoilers, I can't read the comments. And that's the bottom line
That's
to it.
sad.
Because I want to, like, if we watch more of this, I need to have a fresh perspective before we go in.
Yeah.
That's all.
Yeah.
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 So I appreciate y'all not spoiling things. But, we'll watch more if you want us to.
Yeah.
If you want to watch this along with us, it's on Peacock. So if you have
Probably
that
watch
or-
at least one more anyway, right?
If
I wanna do
you all
one
don't want to
more.
watch this, we'll probably just watch it.
Well, yeah, we'll watch it alone.
Yeah, so
if
we're
you
gonna
don't
watch this either way. It's whether or not you want to watch it with us. And so I think we've talked about this. We're gonna be checking out some different shows. I think my goal right now, regardless, is to do like 1 day a week from whatever show we pick. So
Okay.
like maybe the Monday or Tuesday episode will end up being like this show. Maybe it'll end up being something else. We'll do that like every week to kind of space it out a bit. If you like this and you want to watch more of this, hit the like button, give us a comment, and subscribe if you haven't yet, and let us know what you think about it, and we might continue this.
Yes.
You got anything else to... We can talk more about the show, but
No.
you got anything around that?
Nothing.
I also want to maybe compile a list of like all the suggestions people gave us and maybe even like rank it out a little bit. Maybe on the next episode, I'll have time to do it by then. So next episode that we put up, we'll probably have something around like what everybody said they wanted to see. Then I'd give you all some idea of like what we're looking at down the road.
Yep.
Roadmap.
All right. Thank you for watching.
Thank you for watching. Bye.
Then I got it knocked, and I started going,
Ridiculous.
Oh, that was a tearjerker.
Hey, we're gonna go on a cruise this summer. You should come with us.